Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we're looking at a blue ink from the Birmingham Pen Company. Birmingham Pen Company Neutron Star Twinkle. This is a very nice, super nice ink. It's got some crazy attributes. I have this dark blue ink with some shimmer particles and some red sheen. This is a really cool looking ink. Hi Shay Shay girl, long time no see. How you been? How you been? Okay, I haven't done the ink water resistance test yet, so let's do that. Okay. Oh wow. This almost came all the way up. Ooh. This is definitely one you want to be very careful putting on the outside of an envelope. It might wash away. Hi Will, how are you? Are you having a nice day? I'm doing very well, thank you. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. All I see is blue. I don't see any funny colors coming out except for that silver shimmer. Wow. Very nice indeed. Check out this ink swatch. Ooh, look at that red sheen with all that silver shimmer. Oof. Goodness. That is a lot of shimmer and a lot of sheen. I have had some difficulties with hard starting, so be prepared. If you use this ink, I highly recommend getting a little tiny pot. This one just happens to be made out of silicone. It's 2 milliliter little pot. So that way you can dip your nib into the ink before you start writing with it, and then you won't have a problem. But I have had problems with this drying out. So just be aware of that. And this is one of those inks that if you diluted it a lot with some water, that you could make it last a really, really long time before it would change color. Okay. Let's do some paper review, shall we? This is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. Zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Beautiful shimmer. No feathering. Blend to the page. Lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. Look at that sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Super lightweight Traveler's Notebook paper. Had a little trouble grabbing the page, but beautiful sheen, no feathering. Normal amount of ghosting. Moleskine 70 GSM. No feathering. A little bit of shimmer. Blend to the page. Hi, Friedrich. How are you doing today? Field Notes Journal. Beautiful shimmer. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. How you been? How you been? Fabriano Icoqua. Beautiful shimmer, shading, and sheen. No feathering. No bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Pulp Pens 120 GSM. Beautiful sheen and shimmer. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Hanging in there. Good. Well, I hope that your soreness goes away. Idea Notebook. Beautiful shimmer and sheen. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. 68 GSM Tumbleaway River. Beautiful shimmer and sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Midori MD paper. Beautiful sheen and shimmer. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Office Depot Office Max. Sheen. Barely any sheen. Shimmer, barely any sheen. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Eco Jot. Beautiful shimmer, no sheen. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Air Light 75 GSM. Beautiful shimmer and sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Chalk Journal from the Dollar Tree. A little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Soft-stream greens all over the world. Handel's Company. Tiniest bit of sheen, shimmer, no feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. Tiniest bit of sheen, a little bit of shimmer. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Ayush 100 GSM paper. Sheen, shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Maramon Nemosiny 80 GSM dot grid. A little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sheen. A little bit of ghosting. Black and red Oxford optic paper. Beautiful shimmer and sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oops, wait, which one is this? Oh, there's barely any ghosting down here. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. A little bit of sheen, a little bit of shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Archer and Olive 160 GSM notebook paper. Beautiful shimmer and sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. New Eco. Beautiful shimmer. It seems to be moving a little bit. You can move the sparkles, so be careful of that. No feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the Pen and Gear Poly composition book from Walmart.com. Beautiful sheen and shimmer. No real feathering, no bleeding, no ghost. A little bit of ghosting, tiniest bit. Up and Up Wide World composition book from Target.com. Beautiful shimmer and sheen, no feathering, little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red composition book from Staples.com. Lots of shimmer, no sheen, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. It's very interesting how some papers show sheen and others show shimmer and others show just sheen. This is Apica CD15 81.4 GSM notebook paper. A little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Milky color drawing paper from Daiso. Beautiful sheen and shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Vio Corona 52 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tumaway River. Lots of sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Pelican Hub notebook paper. A little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Smoky colored drawing paper from Daiso. Lots of sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful shimmer and sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. Mostly sheen and shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Mead 5-star notebook paper. Mostly shimmer, a little bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Hi, Ops. How are you doing today? I'm doing well, thank you. I'm glad that you're doing fantastic. This is the Pen and Gear Heavyweight Composition Book. No, this is the Pen and Gear Heavyweight Notebook Paper from Walmart.com. Beautiful shimmer and shading, sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Beautiful shimmer, barely any sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oops. This is the JNB Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. A little bit of shimmer, no real sheen, no feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Original Crown Mill 100 GSM laid paper. Beautiful shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding. Oh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. A little bit of sheen, a little bit of sheen, shimmer, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. And just for giggles, Vintage Mead. A little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sheen, no feathering, a little bit of micro bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Okay, let's take a look at a comparison panel. See where this ink lies. Okay. Okay. I think this is a dark blue, so we're going to take a look in the dark blue department. See if we can find some inks that look like this ink. Zoom out. Reorient. Oops, too bright. Okay. All right. This is Birmingham Neutron Star. I wish I could get the color of this without the blaring light. I'm gonna try something. Is that better? Oh, that seems to be better. All I did was hang a piece of toilet paper around my light. Okay. That's much better. Alright, this is Birmingham Pen Company Neutron Star next to Monteverde Malibu Blue. I'm going to go through these rather quickly so we can get through these. Looks great. Okay, good. Diamond Blue Pearl is kind of close. Arbadastra Lake of Fire. Shikiori Zaza. Serenity Blue. Königsblau. Blue Ocean is kind of close. Oxford Blue is kind of close. Isingala Salix. Polar Glow. Shocking Blue. Bad Belted Kingfisher is kind of close. Sydney Darling Harbor. Flying Squid Blue. Steel Blue. Ralph Waldo Emerson Twilight Blue. Majestic Blue. Midnight is kind of close. Dragon's Night. Kung Ti Chang. Michael is kind of close. Storm. Herbert. Silent Night. Denim. Blue Black. Midnight Blue is kind of close. Stargazer. Upon a Star. Blue Blood. This one's kind of close. Skull and Roses is kind of close. Sheen Machine is kind of close. Blue Black. Stars and Stripes is kind of close. Midnight Blue is kind of close. Columbia Blue Copper is kind of close. Deep Dark Blue. Hell's Bells. Bellflower. Timeless Blue. Ruby Blues. Saltire. DC Super Show Blue. Colorverse Cat. Maureen is kind of close. Bloody Brexit is kind of close. Cenote is kind of close. Dark Blue. Blue Velvet Cake. Midnight Blue. Midnight. Another, let's see. Private Reserve Midnight Blue. Kaveco Midnight Blue. Tokyo. Blue Black. Rivière de la Lune. And Water Wheel. Oh, that made it worse. Wow. I don't think it's anywhere near these medium blues. I saw one that I thought. Robert Louis Stevenson. No. Arctic Blast. Maybe. Maybe. No. 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 AO. Nope, that's it. Okay. It's weird. Some of these inks, they glow so much with the light on them. That was a really good idea. Well, what did you guys think about today's ink? Are you guys thinking thoughts about getting this ink? Do you have this ink? Let me know what you guys think about this ink in the comment section below. Shiny blue purple, yes. Hi Wumble Bumblebee, how are you doing today? I see a purple too. I think that's because of the sheen. Yeah, it's got red sheen in it. It's got this reddish purple, pinkish purple sheen going on. Yeah, it's really interesting. Although it does hard start, so that's annoying. New piece of paper. Oh, it didn't hard start that time. Oh, I forgot. This is this is after I added water. So if your ink is hard starting, put it back in the vial and add like a milliliter or maybe 2 milliliters of distilled water, and that should loosen it up a little bit, so that way it doesn't hard start in your pen. Now this is a wonderful ink. Might have less sheen in it, but some people might not like all that sheen. I think it's really pretty blue ink with some silver shimmer in it. It's beautiful. Well, we have filtered water here at the house. So we have filtered water, and every month we have to spend like 2 hours without water because they change out the filter every month. So I have no fears using the tap water, but filtered water is always preferred. Look at that sheen. So pretty. So a hard start means that you uncap the pen and you go to write with it, and the first stroke doesn't happen. Can I give you an example of a hard start? Did I throw it away? I did. Let's see. What did I do with it? I'll have it over here. I don't know what to do with it. Disappear. Nope, that's from last week. I don't know what to do with it. Well, you'll just have to take my word for it. Sometimes a pen will go, if you're just opening it up, see, that one's really nice. Sometimes you open up a pen, you go to write with it, and nothing happens. See, that's called hard starting. And it takes a little while for the ink to get down to the edge of the nib, to the tip of the nib before it starts. Especially if you keep them nib up. That's what you'd call a hard start. As nib was nib up. And then, see, this one's hard starting too. But this is the thing that you have to realize about some pens, is that in the feed they dry out, especially if you keep them nib up. So you have to give them a little encouragement, or by holding it in one hand and tapping with your, like this, to get the bubble to go through the feed and equalize the pressure enough to push out a little drop of ink. Or you can twist the piston to get some ink to come out. This is why I like the piston fillers so much, because if you have an ink that isn't being cooperative, you hard start, and then you go, okay, you're being naughty, so I just twist the back of the nib, one little quarter of a turn, and there I go. I don't have to unscrew the barrel, I don't have to do none of that. I just twist the little back of the knob a little bit, and on it goes. So this one's been sitting for a minute, and it hard starts. But if you give it a little shake, you'll see a little drop come out. You can use that drop to get your nib to flow again. Or you can have yourself a little pot of ink, and then you can just dip it in the ink, and then sometimes you'll hard start, you'll railroad, because your hands have got oils on them, and sometimes if you drag the nib through the oils that were left by your hand, it will skip. So the best advice that I can give you is make sure that you wash this side of your hand real good with soap, and then maybe use a little bit of 91% rubbing alcohol. Rub all them oils off, wipe it on your shirt or some sort of towel before writing, and then you won't get oils all over your project. Okie dokie. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got for today. Ow! Stupid bag. We are having a Twitch calligraphy class here in about 30 minutes. So if you are interested in learning dip pen calligraphy. We are having a Twitch calligraphy class. See where it falls apart? That's called railroading because it looks like railroad tracks. Top up my ink supply. So that the ink goes past the breather hole. That's twitch.tv/Miss Marilyn Darling at 2 p.m. Pacific. And we will be talking about some dip pen calligraphy. So if you're interested in that, come and hang out with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Check out the links in the doobly-doo, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.